Welcome to the Depth Dive. Today we're getting into the nitty-gritty of a specific piece of video wall hardware. It's the A-Neuvideo ANI-HDFLIP 2x4 controller. Handles 4K 60Hz, 18 GBPs HDMI.
Right. And our goal here is really to look past the marketing points, understand the tech behind it. It's built specifically as a 2x4 processor. So you've got two HDMI inputs coming in.
Okay, two sources.
Yeah, and then it gives you two HDMI loop outs, which is handy.
Yeah.
And critically, four HDMI outputs that scale the image for your displays, a classic 2x4 setup.
And that 4K 60Hz 18 GBps label, that screams HDMI 2.0, right? HDCP 2.2 compatible too.
Absolutely. That 18 gigabits per second figure isn't just fluff, it's essential. It's the bandwidth you absolutely need to push high frame rate 4K video across four screens without, any glitches or compression artifacts.
So it's all about clean signal delivery.
Pretty much. Zero compromise on the pixels.
Right.
But here's an interesting detail, something you'd notice on higher-end gear like this. The video wall outputs themselves, they max out at the standard Ultra HD resolution, 3840 by 2160 at 60 Hz.
Wait a sec. If the output is 3840 wide, why do the specs say it takes inputs up to 4096 by 2160p? That seems slightly odd. Isn't that confusing?
Not really. It's actually about flexibility. Think wider compatibility. Yeah. Being able to accept that slightly wider 4096 true 4K input, maybe from, say, a cinema source or a specific PC graphics card, means the box can handle it, digest it, and then perfectly scale or map it down to the 3840 resolution your actual displays use. So maximum source options before you hit the wall.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay, let's talk features. The name itself, HDFLIP, that sounds important.
It really is. That's the 180-degree rotation capability. And honestly, for installers, this solves some real headaches.
Like for portrait displays.
Exactly. If you're setting up screens vertically, sometimes flipping the physical screen helps with cabling or cooling. But if the image doesn't flip, well, it's useless. This controller does that digital flip for you.
Right, avoids upside-down content. And what about bezel compensation? That's listed too. How critical is that?
Oh, essential for a polished look. When you see a video wall and the image seems to jump or get cut off across the screen borders?
Yeah, the gaps between the monitors.
That's the physical bezel. Bezel compensation digitally accounts for that gap. It adjusts the image scaling so lines and motion flow smoothly across the whole canvas, like it's one giant screen. It even has two modes to fine-tune it for different screen types. Plus, it supports picture-in-picture, PIP, which is nice for adding extra content.
Okay, so we've got the signal in, bandwidth sorted, image flipped and compensated. How do you control this thing?
Good question. For pro installs, you need reliable control. It has RS-232, standard serial control, runs at 57600 baud, for those who need the specifics, and it also supports CEC control, controlling the displays through HDMI, using their PC tool or commands. Integrators love RS-232, though. Rock solid.
And audio. Often overlooked in video walls, but important.
Definitely. This unit caters to post setups here, too. You get a standard Toslink optical jack. That's for digital SPDIF audio. But crucially, it also has a 5-pin Phoenix connector that gives you balanced LR analog audio output. It's really common in commercial installs.
Yeah, balanced audio, right. Less noise over long runs.
Precisely. And it handles the main audio formats, LPCM, Dolby, AC3, DTS. It assumes audio might be routed separately from the video.
Okay, quick practical check. Dimensions, weight.
It's pretty compact. Specs say 8.6 by 5.75 by 1.7 inches. Weighs about 4.4 pounds or 2 kilos. Not too hefty.
And price. Looks like it's around $617 currently, down from an MSRP near $700. Comes with a 3-year warranty. And TA compliance is mentioned.
Yeah, that TA compliance is key for certain projects. Government education means it meets specific U.S. sourcing requirements. It signals it's built for more demanding commercial use.
So, summing it up for you listening, the ANI-HDFLIP feels like a really focused tool. It's not trying to be everything. It delivers 4K 60Hz, offers professional audio outputs, and has that key 180-degree flip for tricky installs, aimed squarely at solving those specific video wall challenges.
And, thinking back to that resolution point we discussed, the 4096 input versus the 3840 output, it really highlights this ongoing thing in the AV world. This device has to juggle both standards just to stay versatile. It makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How long can we keep having these slightly different 4K standards coexisting before the market just says, okay, let's pick one?
That is a fascinating thought. Something to definitely chew on next time you're designing a display system. Thanks for this deep dive.